All right. Awesome. Hello, hello. So I'm Michele Rickman with 4D Style and Presentation Coaching. And 4D stands for your fourth dimension, which is your persona. That is the thing that connects you to people. It's the thing that draws people to you. So we tend to show it every day in the things that we do, but sometimes we're not really hitting it where we want it to be. So what I wanted to share today is a little bit about dressing your body type, about proportions, and ways to maybe help you out with some of your challenges, some of the things that you struggle with when you're shopping. And so I put together for you a little guide. So I'm going to hold yours for a second because my printer stopped printing at 3. Must have been good, right? So there are lots of body types, but I focus on 4 when I'm working with people because these are the 4 most common. And a couple of the other body types really stem from these. Now, first of all, body type does not have to do with your weight, any of those things. It has to do with your body structure. So it doesn't matter whether you're like me and you haven't gotten rid of some of your baby fat and your baby's 18. Doesn't matter if you're like me or if maybe you've lost weight. You've been working on that and you've lost weight. Your basic structure stays the same. So the first body type is a rectangle, and rectangles are basically shoulder, waist, hips, legs, and it all goes like this. And so they want to make sure that they are giving themselves a waist, so they have to flatter that. So that's something to be thinking about. The inverted triangle is the person who's big up here but not down here. Okay, and so this is a challenge. Like inverted triangles struggle to find things like suit sets, things like that. Anything that comes as a set, they can't wear it because their bottom is so much smaller than their top. Okay. Next up is the apple body type, and this is my body type. Okay. No matter how thin I've ever been, no matter how little, I always have a rounded area in through here. So just got to live with it. There was a time in my life where I weighed 120 pounds and I still had kind of a round tummy area. So that's just my structure and my shape. So when I gain weight or lose weight, it affects this area of my body. Okay? So just to give you an idea, that's a larger bust, a fuller midsection. The blessing is that we tend to have nice legs. So that works. so we go with that leg thing. We dress those up any way we can. A pear body type is a smaller bust, a more well-defined midsection and hips. Now, a pear is a pear, whether they weigh 115 pounds or more, okay? So I keep emphasizing that about weight because a lot of my clients run into the idea that it has something to do with their weight, and it doesn't. It's the structure of your body. It's sort of like the foundation. Doesn't matter what you put on it, it's still the foundation underneath that. So what are you guys thinking by looking at that? Do you have an idea of what your body type is? Sheila's nodding. What do you think, Sheila?
It's an apple.
You're an apple? I was going to say, you are. Your structure very much like me, and you are an apple. It just means that no matter what we do, our shoulders are always a little bit more narrow than this part of us, okay? It's not a problem. Everybody says, oh, it's a problem. No, once you've identified your body type, all your shopping woes kind of go away because you can figure it out. So, Lydia, what do you think?
Probably a pear.
Yep, you are a pear. Yep, you are a pear. Exactly. You have dainty shoulders, smaller chest, and you're voluptuous in this area, which is a good thing, actually. That's really close to an hourglass. So that's kind of the look that we're going for. An hourglass figure is the ideal figure. And so what we do is we focus on those places that we want to enhance.
Mattel when they made Barbie.
Yeah, I could tell when they made Barbie.
Yeah.
They went really crazy with that hourglass, right?
It's their fault.
Me personally, I'm more into the Marilyn Monroes of the world, where it is an hourglass, but it's a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like
So
that.
the sand can actually find its way through the middle. Yeah. All right, Miss Debbie, what do you think?
I always thought I was an apple. I'd say an apple or a rectangle.
You're really a rectangle.
Okay.
You very much are a rectangle. And a lot of people will say, oh, I'm an apple when they're really a rectangle. It's because throughout our lives we go up in weight, we go down in weight, and so it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. But so a way to tell that is that when I gain weight, I gain it all right here. I can barely gain weight other places. I mean, my legs a little bit, but really it's all right here in the center. A rectangle generally gains weight all over. Yeah, exactly. So anytime in your life you've had a little weight gain, maybe when you were pregnant, things like that, that'll determine even your body type there as to where you even carry your baby, kind of thing. So yeah. So guess what I did? I gave you guys some tips on what you might look for when you're looking. So once you've identified your body type, that is the battle. Okay? That's the battle. The next step is to figure out what things you need to be looking for to help you with that body type. Okay? So a pair. Well, obviously, most of the attention of your body is right here. That's right. Is right here. So we want to balance. It's all about creating balance. So what we want to do is we want to draw the eye up to here, and we want to have some attention here. Okay? So that's when we're going to be talking about proportions here in a second, because this is huge. This was one of the biggest eye-openers I think I ever had. So rectangles. Rectangles want to create a balance of drawing the shoulders out, drawing the waist in, things like that. So we want to get creative in those areas. We want to elongate, draw some attention, create some shadows.
I think that's why I always thought I was an apple, because I don't have a waist.
Well, and
You
see,
know,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. That's why you thought you were an apple, but see, yeah, rectangles don't have a waist either. But the rest of us are all really jealous of you because you can do anything and we can't. So
I do have good legs, so I
you
did-
see, there you go.
I didn't
Exactly.
know that.
Exactly. Enhance those legs. That's right. Go for that. And we apples. Obviously, we have attention right here. And the thing is, when you stand in front of the mirror, that's where your eye's gonna go. So when you stand in front of the mirror, your eye's gonna go to the thing that you struggle with. It's the thing that draws attention to it. So obviously what we're doing is we're taking away from this area. So as much as I would really like to wear something that's very fitted in through here, I'm not gonna like it because I got these and this, right? So what I'm going to do is focus a little bit more on things that are more of an A-line, vertical, elongate, draw attention up. So I go with statement pieces, things like that. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what I was doing down here too. So if you guys will turn the page, turn the pages. Style tips. Let's talk a little bit about length of things. Okay. How many of you think that you struggle sometimes with things you're afraid it's going to be frumpy, or it feels like it's out of balance, or you feel like maybe you're vertically challenged? Okay. Well, here it is. This is how you know how it's going to look. You want to find the diamonds in your legs. So when you stand with your legs together, where are those little peek throughs that you can see through, or used to be able to see through up here, but you know. But the idea is there, where your legs don't really touch, like where you would have to really squeeze your legs together to make them touch. Those are your diamonds. So that is where you want things to hit lengthwise. Okay? So Carol and I joke she's vertically challenged, you know. So it's a lot of goodness in a little package. So, but finding things that are the right length for her, she's going to want those to hit here, here, or here. And it doesn't matter how tall she is, that's going to give the illusion that she wants by doing that. So that's how to make sure you don't look frumpy. Okay? And last but not least, proportions. Thirds. You want to dress in thirds. So I think you can see the differences here. It's the same type of look, But the one on this side, we have removed pounds. She doesn't look frumpy, she looks taller. And it's things like the way her hair frames her face, the jewelry she's wearing, the V-neck in her shirt, where her shirt is with things. So it's all about dressing in thirds. And so that's what I've been doing, scurrying around here while you guys have been over here, is we're going to talk about the outfits that we've chosen for you. And we're going to talk about how it's going to elevate your look, change some things up, show a little bit of your personality, and maybe have some fun. So you guys ready for that? Okay. So Debbie, I have you in the first dressing room over there. Lydia, I believe I put you.
And I'll take my
Yep,
thing
I
out.
put you here.
I put my thing in there.
And I'm going to move yours over here, Sheila. And
Okay.
there's this for you. Because I want you guys to be able to do this once we walk away.